Suskauer joining us live as we continue to look at the issue about proposed decisions for a change of venue in the John Goodman case. Going around and around, we see your background there, of course, our longtime familiar face, News Channel 5 analyst. There's a push now for a change of venue in the retrial of John Goodman. And the argument is, well, if anybody knows anything about the case, maybe we should move it. Is that a legal hurdle enough? It doesn't seem like it would be.
Well, normally, if you've heard about a case, but you can put that aside and you can be fair and impartial, you haven't prejudged it, you can sit as a juror on the case. But what the defense is saying here is absolutely not. They're saying there's just too much that's been out here. It's not just pretrial publicity, it's trial publicity, and that even if you know about it, you should not be a juror on this case, and the state is saying they're not agreeing with that at all.
Briefly, if the William Kennedy Smith case in the early 90s could stay here, why can't the Goodman case?
Because, you know, great question, but this is 2014, this is not 1991, this is not the same. We have instantaneous news, Facebook, Twitter. I don't know if this case can stay here in Palm Beach County.
At the end of the day, does your gut tell you it will? And if it does, what can the judge do to make sure that he at least puts enough of a bubble around the jurors that he gets a fair and impartial jury?
I think this case is going to stay here, but the judge can do some very special things to try to ensure that this time John Goodman will get a fair trial. They can import jurors from someplace else. They could sequester the jurors, which means that they will put them secluded so that they won't have access. Not just a warning like don't look at Facebook and don't look at the papers. And so he could do those potential things, or he could leave it as is. But if he leaves it as is without a lot of protection, this is going to be an appellate issue if John Goodman is convicted again this time.
Tough legal needle to thread. We'll see how it plays out in the upcoming DUI manslaughter retrial of the Wellington polo mogul Michelle Suskauer. You'll be with us for that coverage.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thanks.
as always. Kelly?